All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakwadash, the wonders to the elder apostles, great millstone. Salutation and much love to Yakim out there pushing out his word and truth and sincerity. I just want to do a quick lesson, just on trusting in the Lord, all right, because it's He who's going to fight our battles, all right, and especially at the time that we're getting to, you know, getting closer to the end, all these calamities going on. Just a lot going on right now. Speaking on prophecy and and everything else going on, but nonetheless, the Lord, if we hold faithful unto Him, and really strive for this truth, then the He's gonna have our back, okay, and He's gonna be there anytime and every time we call upon Him, okay, and just gonna hit the scriptures, make this quick. All right, this is starting Deuteronomy 20:4. All right, it says, well, actually, I started at 3. I started at 1. So I get Deuteronomy 20:1. When thou goest out to battle against thine enemies, and seest horses and chariots, and a people more than thou, be not afraid of them. For Yahweh thy power is with thee, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. See, so Moses was admonishing and encouraging the Israelites to have courage, be trustful in the Lord, have your confidence in Him, no matter how the outcome may look, or how outnumbered you may be. Verse 2: And it shall be, when ye are come nigh unto the battle, that the priest shall approach and speak unto the people, and shall say unto them, Hear, O Israel, ye approach this day unto battle against your enemies. All right, who are enemies today? Anybody outside of this truth, man. Really, at the end of the day, that's what it is. All right, especially Esau, Edom. Okay, he's our main enemy. And he's the one that's going to come down upon us like a flood. All right, knowing that he has but a short time. It reads on, says, Let not your hearts faint, fear not, and do not tremble, neither be ye terrified because of them. All right, so really, Scripture is saying, don't be afraid of them, man. Point blank period. Don't be shook by the appearance of your enemies, or how outnumbered you may be, or whatever the scenario may be. All right. Verse 4: For Yahweh, your power, is He that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies, to save you. All right. So see, ultimately, it's Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, going to fight for us, man. It's nothing that we can do. You can be the mightiest man on the planet, and a feeble man of the Lord come and completely put you down, man. Just end your life, when that time comes. Jeremiah 16:16 comes around. The men of the Lord is not going to be somebody, just no pushovers, man, that you can just talk shit to and, get, hit them and, try to kill them, whatever the case may be. When the Lord sets up that standard and starts to give His men spiritual power, ultimately it's going to be Him fighting for us. But what? He's going to use certain vessels, and we'll get that later on. All right, how the Lord's going to use us, all right, to bring down this kingdom. Okay, the scriptures does say that the saints shall take the kingdom by force. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, so let's just get some more scriptures. All right, this is Psalms 44, and I'll start at 5. All right, Psalms 44:5. Salak, through thee will we push down our enemies. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us. All right, so through Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, we're going to push our enemies down. All right, through His name will we tread upon them that rise up against us, man. Okay, plain and simple. It's nothing of our own will. All right, don't matter how many times you go into the gym. If the Lord ain't fighting for you, then ultimately you're going to be destroyed. All right, verse 6, For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. So see, all these carnal weapons are not going to get you saved. All right, your shotgun, all right, your switchblade, your nunchucks, all right, whatever you people have, you faithless people have out there that you think's gonna have you, somehow good in the time of Jacob's trouble, that's gonna fail you. All right, King David which was one of the mightiest warriors of all time, okay, which killed tens of thousands of men in one battle. All right. Guess what? He said he didn't even trust in his bow or his sword. His sword wouldn't save him. Verse 7, But thou hast saved us from our enemies, and hast put them to shame that hated us. And ultimately, that's going to be the big W that we get at the end. All right. Big W is going to be when Yahweh by Shim Yahushai saves us from our enemies and puts them to shame that hated us, man. All these people that call us bywords and proverbs, mainly Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, when the Lord subdues him and puts us under our feet, okay, then, you know, all glory, praises, honors, of course, is going to go to Yahweh by Shim Yahushai. All right, verse 8, in the Most High we boast all the day long and praise thy name forever, Salah. All right, so, you know, that's plain and simple, man. Don't trust in your bow and sword. All right, let's go to an example of faithful men that stood for that, okay? Let's see, what's it, 2nd Maccabees. All right, 2nd Maccabees 8 and 16. So Maccabeus, which I believe was Judas, okay? So which they're referring to right now, it says, called his men together under the number of 6,000 and exhorted them not to be stricken with terror of the enemy. And this goes back to the Deuteronomy 20, because it said that the priests would come out and speak to the to the Israelites. What we read in Deuteronomy 20, you know, don't let them tremble, don't be shook, right? Don't be afraid of them. And this is what, because the Maccabees, if I'm not mistaken, pretty sure they were the priest, all right, and the high priest, okay. So of course this is them, the priest speaking unto the host, okay. It says, and exhorted them not to be stricken with terror of the enemy, nor to fear the great multitude of heathen who came wrongfully against them, but to fight manfully. All right, so one of the Maccabeus brothers here, which I'm pretty sure it was Judas or Judah, you know, he's admonishing them, those 6,000 men that were heavily outnumbered. Okay, he was telling them, look, don't be afraid, because look, we got something better than carnal weapons. Verse 7, you know, he said, fight manfully, be a man, all right, gird up thy loins. Verse 17, and to set before their eyes the injury that they had unjustly done to the holy place, and the cruel handling of the city, whereof they whereof they made a mockery, and also the taking away of the government of their forefathers. So he's bringing up the history, all right, what they've had to undergo at the hands of these heathen. Okay, verse 18, for they, said he, trust in their weapons and boldness. So he's saying, look, these heathens, they're trusting in carnal things, their own boldness, their pride, and their carnal weapons. All right, but our confidence is in the Almighty, who at a beck can cast down both them that come against us and also all the world. So he said, look, their confidence is in carnal things, the weapons that they carry, all right, the pride that carries them about. But what our confidence, our trust, all right, because another word for confidence is to trust in, is in Yahweh, all right, the almighty power, all right, and today is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, okay. So that's what we really trust in, not in our swords or these carnal things or in the flesh. We trust in this, in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Waharachak Wadash. Okay, so, you know, that just wanted to bring out that. And, you know, if you keep reading on down, it tells you how they overcame, all right, through faith, all right, because they believed, all right. And that's what you have to do, on whether it be to your death or whether it be to the chariots come, okay. And Lord's will beam you up, call you up to the sky to meet the Lord in the air, all right. This is Sirach 4 and 28. Strive for the death. Strive for Salakia. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. So you're supposed to fight, all right, unto your last breath, if it need be, for the truth, man. For Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's sake. Stand boldly for him, all right. Stand boldly. Have the confidence in the Lord, and know that know and trust that he's gonna be there to protect you and fight for you in the time of need. All right. So let's get a couple more precepts, and then we're gonna go ahead and close it out. All right, don't need to drag it on. Pretty simple, cut to the point, straight to the point. All right, Psalms 18:34. All right, this is King David now. He teaches my hands. Let me start at 31. Psalms 18:31. For who is the Most High save Yahweh? Or who is a rock save our power? It is the Most High that girdeth me with strength and maketh my way perfect. He maketh my feet like hinds' feet, and setteth me upon high places. He teacheth my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by my arm. See, so it's the Lord it's gonna, when he ultimately gives us those spiritual powers and we start to put people to flight, well, it's ultimately the Lord that teaching us these things, man. It's the Lord, the Holy Spirit within us that is going to be doing these things. It's nothing of our own doing or of our own ability. It's the ability of the Lord to do so through certain vessels. All right, so let's get that same precept pretty much, but in the good old Psalms 144. All right, Psalms 144 and 1. Blessed be Yahweh my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. So ultimately, when the Lord rises his elect to be that host on the ground, them ground troops, guess what? It's the Lord. All right, it's the Lord doing it all. All right, Jeremiah 51 and 19. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the form of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. Yahweh of hosts is his name. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. So the Lord said to Israel, all right, Jacob is his battle, all right, his battle axe and weapons of war. That's why it said that he teaches my hands to fight, my hands to war and my fingers to fight, because the Lord's going to use his men. He's going to put a spirit on them to exact his vengeance. All right, he's going to put his anger upon his elect. All right, and what's he going to do with them? He's going to break in pieces the nations, destroy kingdoms. All right, and you continue reading on through there, and you will find out that the Lord's going to use his men to do something not so nice. All right, but it all begins with the Lord fighting the battle for the elect and for the nation of Israel ultimately. Okay, but with that, I want to desire this edifying. Mawatha Babal, Shalom.